Have you ever been scrolling online and you see one of those incredible cinematic documentary videos and just think, wow, I could never make something that looks that good? Well, guess what? Today we are going to completely flip that idea on its head. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a stunning AI documentary completely for free, using nothing but your smartphone. First, just listen to this example. A garden of celebration became a field of death. No warning, no mercy, just the sound of bullets and the screams of human beings. Whoa, that is a powerful, gut-wrenching opening, right? And the crazy part is, it was generated entirely by AI, from the script to the voice, all the way to the visuals.
So the big question is, how was this actually made? It looks professional, it sounds professional, it tells a really compelling story. You'd think it takes expensive software, maybe a whole production team, or at least a super high-end computer. But the answer, it's actually way simpler. And honestly, it's pretty revolutionary. This whole thing was created with totally free AI tools, and the entire process can be done right from your phone. No budget, no limits. It's a game changer. So let's walk through the simple 4-part process that'll take you from a blank page to a finished documentary. And we're going to start with the most important part of all, the story. All right, part 1 is all about the AI script. Look, before you even think about visuals or a voiceover, you need a solid narrative foundation. This is where you basically tell the AI what story you want to create. And our goal here is really specific. We're going to use the free version of ChatGPT to generate a complete 2-minute documentary script. And we want it to be suspenseful, packed with strong hooks to keep the viewer watching from the very first second to the last. Now this right here, this is the exact prompt we gave the AI. Notice how clear and specific it is. You can literally just swap out the topic with any story you want to tell. So go ahead, you might want to screenshot this to use for later. So once ChatGPT gives you that full script, and it'll have everything, scene descriptions, director's notes, the works, you need to strip it down to just the spoken words for your voiceover. But you're not going to do that manually, no way. You just give the AI this one beautiful, simple command. Make a voiceover from this. And boom, the AI instantly reformats the whole script, gets rid of all the extra stuff, and leaves you with a clean, ready-to-go voiceover text. Okay, moving on to part 2, the AI voice. Now that we have the words, it's time to bring them to life with a really compelling audio track. And yep, you guessed it, we're still using free tools for this. For this, we're going to use a tool called OpenAI FM. It's an open source website, so you don't even need to log in or anything. You just paste your script in, pick a voice and a vibe, like True Crime Buff for that serious tone, and generate your audio. If your script's a little long, no big deal. Just do it in a couple of batches. It's that easy. Now, here's a common little hiccup you'll run into with AI voices. These awkward, unnatural pauses that can make it all sound a bit robotic. But don't worry, there is a super simple one-click fix for this that you can do right on your phone. Okay, so here's the secret sauce. Using a free app called Goldwave Studio, you can automatically remove all those weird gaps. You just go to the silence deduction tool and plug in these exact settings. Seriously, pause and screenshot this slide. This is what's going to make your AI voice sound smooth and totally professional. All right, now for the really fun part, the AI visuals. We've got our scripts, we've got our voice. Now it's time to create that cinematic world with unlimited, watermark-free images and video clips. This workflow is actually kind of genius. Instead of you trying to figure out how to describe each scene, you're going to have one AI act as the creative director for another. So you'll go back to ChatGPT, ask it to write visual prompts for you, and then you'll use those prompts in Meta's AI image generator. And here it is, the master prompt to make that happen. You're basically telling ChatGPT, hey, for each line of my script, I need a visual prompt, and I need you to keep the style consistent, like a real documentary. This saves you a massive amount of creative work. So the process just becomes a simple copy and paste job. You take a line from your script, ChatGPT gives you the perfect visual prompt for it, and you paste that prompt right into Meta AI. It generates a high-quality image, which you can then animate with a single click, turning it into a short dynamic video clip. And here we are at the final step, assembling your masterpiece. Now, this might sound complicated, but it's really just about layering the pieces you've already created. You can use any free video editing app on your phone. Something like CapCut or VN works perfectly. The best way to think about your edit is in 4 simple layers. First, you lay down your voiceover track. That's your foundation. It sets the timing for everything. Second, add your animated visuals, just matching them to what's being said. Third, add simple fade transitions between clips to keep it smooth. And finally, layer in some background music and sound effects to really sell the atmosphere. So, we've walked through the whole process, but let's just zoom out for a second. Why does this method really matter? What does it unlock for creators like you and me? Well, it's about putting the power of an entire production studio right into your pocket.
Let's just break down these advantages, because they're huge. It's completely free, so budget is no longer a barrier to entry. There are no limits. You could make 10 videos a day if you wanted to. It's entirely phone-friendly, no fancy gear needed. And most importantly, the results look incredibly professional.
And the potential audience for this style of content is absolutely massive. I mean, creators who use these kinds of documentary-style visuals in their explainers, they regularly get millions of views. The appetite for well-told, visually engaging stories is just huge. So, at the end of the day, the technology to tell powerful, cinematic stories is no longer locked away behind expensive software or a Hollywood budget. It's free, it's accessible, and it's probably in your hand right now. You have the tools. The only real question left is, what story will you tell?